here with more space engineers, and we are flying. So yeah, we've got a full cargo behind us, and we're heading to our base, and we're going to do a cargo drop. First, we have to get started, so let's go. Alright, so happy Wednesday, everybody. Hopefully you're having a fantastic week thus far. And yeah, so what we have done is we've loaded a bunch of stuff up into our cargo. I've actually split the mass between the second cargo pod and the third cargo pod, which has got most of our ice in it. And so what we're doing is, yeah, they're pretty evenly balanced. So what I'm trying to do is keep the weight, or the mass I should say, slightly forward to help offset all of the mass towards the back of the cargo pod, so that hopefully it'll come out a little bit more level in its flight. And we have aimed ourselves pretty much next, or pretty dead on to the base that we have over on Mars. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and get somewhat close to it. And then we're going to detach the cargo block that we have. So once we get into the gravity well, and technically I guess we could do it from here because it's moving, you know, we've turned off inertial dampeners. So what we could do is we could actually put ourselves perpendicular to the path of travel that we're heading in, and launch it at, you know, 100 meters a second. But what we're going to do is we're going to get into the gravity well, we'll slow it down, and we'll launch it. So that way we hopefully don't hit 100 meters, 110 meters per second. But I have a feeling we're probably going to. So yeah, that's a thing. So we'll see how that works out for us. And the idea is what we'll do is once we're there, like I said, we'll come to a complete stop. We'll aim ourselves so that we have the cargo pod aligned to gravity. We'll fire off the timer, and then we'll fly in somewhat close to it. I'm kind of curious to see if this cargo ship, without anything on it, should have the thrust to be able to get back into orbit. And I'm just kind of curious to see how well that's going to work out. All right, so we should have. Let's see, we're about 45 or 49k out. At around 42k we should be, 43k we should be in the gravitational well. So I'm kind of excited. I want to see how this whole thing works in a real world test. Now the big problem is that if this kind of goes wrong, we're out of a lot of resource, so let's hope that it doesn't. We've done a bunch of testing. Everything looks like it should be pretty secure, so we'll see how this works. Alright. Oh. So we're about 3k out of the gravity well. Now what we're going to be doing is, right now on the screen we have one of our resource locations. If you look just above that, up into the snow area, you can see where it looks like our base is starting to become visible. There's a shadow towards the middle of the screen. That should be our base. And so yeah, I'm really wanting to see how this whole thing plays out. Now, for the folks who are playing along at home, and I've had a couple of people asking me about the decorations pack that Keen released a while back. So, do I like it? Yes, I do. Now, I don't know if the patch that KSH has been talking about releasing has gone live yet. They're supposed to be doing an update patch, which will allow everybody to use things like the new cockpits. You just won't be able to build them unless you have the DLC. Alright, so let's bring this thing level. We're going to go ahead, turn on our dampeners, and let's go ahead and fire that up. Yeah, so that should be, that shadow down there should be our base. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get above it a little bit here. So let's go ahead and make sure we are decelerating. Okay. There we go. Now the idea is that if you were doing this in a real playthrough, what you would be doing is having somebody fly through, and while you're flying, you'd have somebody over here looking at your waypoints, and as you get to the point where you're basically flying over the waypoint, you would detach this thing. Now, we may try that. I haven't decided yet. But we do need to get above the snow area here. Like I said, should be that big crater area there, but I'm not sure. We're a pretty good clip up. Like I said, normally I should be able to see it by now, but I haven't been down to the planet since we've been up on Europa again. So it's not within my, it's not preloaded into my draw. So yeah, let's see here. Bring this in a little bit further. You know what's going to happen is that we've gone through all this. I'm going to drop the cargo pod and it's going to land like right on top of my ship, right? You know this is going to happen. Let's see here. So what's unusual is that I thought, let's go ahead and turn the dampener off for a minute. Let's go ahead and grab, turn the EU off, turn dampeners back on so we can bring this thing back under control a little bit. We're starting to see the terrain render in. That's a good thing. And you can obviously see where all of our excavation has been going on. I'm actually curious to see how much resource we have, because we had a lot of things processing, and the base has been running the entire time we've been up on Europa, so that's a good, I don't know, like something like 15 hours or so, I think. Alright, so we're 17k up. Let's go ahead and level this thing off. See if we can get ourselves in a little bit better alignment here. Oh, there's the base. We can see it. It has rendered in. See it there in the middle of our screen? Alright, so what we're going to do is see, like I said, I'm kind of curious to see if we're going to be able to get this to work the way I'm hoping it'll work. So if we go level at this point, yeah, it should be close enough. So let's see if we can bring this thing to most of a stop. There goes. Oh crap, I think that's going to land on the base. Oh, this is going to be entertaining. Okay, let's get away from this thing a little bit. I am curious to see just how close this got. You know it's going to hit something. It's got to. It really has to. Oh, I forgot they put a speed cap in for ships now. I know it's been in for a while. I keep forgetting that it's there. Alright. That's actually coming in pretty level. Looks like we did a pretty good job with balancing the mass. So we're at 4 kilometers. That's 3/4 of a kilometer ahead of us. So it should be deploying shortly. I hope. Let's see how this whole thing's gonna work. Alright, so it should, there go the chutes. Alright, so looks like it may have worked. It's always nice when things actually work around here. Alright. So now we're trying to bring ourselves down under control. That is coming down nicely. Let's try not to do what we did last time and slam at a high rate of speed. Alright, so how are we doing for altitude here? We're 90 meters up. So let's go this way. Now we don't have landing gear on this thing. Like I said, it was never meant to actually land. So that may be an issue. So we're going to try and do this nice and gently. And pretty level too. Yeah, I need to put landing gear on this thing. Careful. Okay. Hey, look at that. We landed it. All right. So I'm not gonna complain. Look, I mean, that was actually a really good landing. Holy crap. I don't know what to do. I kind of feel like I need to put a warhead or something on it because something should have exploded during that landing. And here comes our cargo pod. So it looks like... Make sure everything is turned off. Everything is turned off. Oh yeah, and we did a little piggyback ride in here for bringing the miner back with us. But, holy crap, man. Wow. That's the first time. It's been a while since I've had a landing where something hasn't blown up on me like that. So, yeah. And that thing's coming in. Let's go see how level you are. Okay, so it looks like we could probably get away with shifting everything to the back here. Well, I guess in this technically to the front, because this would be the first cargo pod. So all right, so we have a delivery system. We have a working delivery system. That's even more important. Okay, so that's eventually going to get down. So while we're waiting for that to land, we'll check on it in a couple of minutes. Let's go take a look down here really quick. Everything down here is powered on. Looks like everything is actually... How's our power doing down here? It's still processing stuff. Everything is fully extended. Batteries... Yeah, batteries are fully charged. Okay, that is just kind of cool. I mean, that is like all sorts of just awesome. Oh. Can you imagine being in multiplayer and having people be able to just drop stuff like this to you? It's gonna be so nice. Alright, so you're still going. And yes, we did make some changes to the drill as well. We added vertical and for upper and lower facing drill heads to get a little bit more of the material out, just because we could. One of the things that somebody suggested was basically replacing the piston with just drills, and then at the end of it you put a piston at the end of that so that it goes out and drills for you. Oh, but yeah, no, that's okay. So it looks like it is oh, hello. It's finding spots still. That's not bad, right? Okay, let's go see if our shipment has landed. Look at that. It has landed. Yay! Awesome. So what we would do is, I think that if I'm going to do this again, what we'll do is we'll designate an area that is the drop point, and we'll set waypoints. So we'll have them at different altitudes to get an area. So when you get up to that area, you basically center on what you're looking for, and then you release it from there, and then fly off. That way we can automate the process a little bit. But for now, we're going to shift all this stuff back here. There we go. And the nice thing about this whole thing is that it should have enough clearance for us to get the cargo ship over here to pick it up. And if we really wanted to, we could probably just latch onto it with something, turn off the landing gear, get it up in the orbit, and then... that might be an idea, actually. We might have to build like a recovery craft, since it wants to land like this. Have something that uses that merge block. It's basically just a shuttle pack that launches it into orbit. Okay, that could be entertaining. We're gonna have to play with that idea a little bit. All right, so let's get over here. Oh, look at you! You're just sitting here burning fuel. Why are some of you turned on and some of you are not? What is going on around here? All right. So you're the utility ship thrusters, right? Are you just all... Interesting. Okay, so let's check to make sure, because somebody told me that with one of the micro updates that they did, that they had an issue where some of the hydrogen things were turned on. Alright, so let's go check to make sure everything in here is okay. Oops. Helps if we get up there first, right? Alright, sounds like engine is not running. So yes. Engine is not running. Awesome. Okay. So, we have successfully brought down our ship. We have successfully landed our cargo pod. And we have successfully continued to harvest resources. In fact, we have... Holy crap. We've got almost a third of our cargo is full. Holy man. Alright, so I think what we're going to do, since this is a Wednesday, we're going to cut this one a little short. Because we have 25 million iron, almost a million nickel, silicon, and cobalt. Oh, we need gold, silver, and magnesium, basically, is what we need. Alright. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go do a whole lot of mining, see if we can get our resources up. But I'm going to go ahead and call this one here. I want to thank you for stopping in. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, haven't done so already, or just want to do something nice, make sure you smack that subscribe button. And if you really want to be kept up to date with what's going on around here, be sure to ring the bell next to it as well. Alright, so I'm going to get out of here. I've got a lot of mining to do. Actually, I have a lot of stuff to do in general, but yeah, we've got a lot of mining to do. Get all of this thing up and running. Get our supplies in. I need to go get all of the stuff out of our cargo pod. Get everything back up into space. And come back and get all of the stuff down here running too. Alright, so on that note, I'm going to get out of here. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we will see you back, or the rest of your week, rather. And we'll see you back here next time for more Space Engineers. As always, folks, take care and be safe out there, everybody. Alright, so we've got a bunch of wind down here. We've got a whole lot of solar. And we've got a lot of base defenses. Alright, let's start unloading stuff first, I guess.